Hey guys, it's Abby. I thought today I was feeling really tired today. I think yesterday I might have gotten a little bit of heat exhaustion, and it's kind of left its mark on me today. And I thought, a nap sounds so nice. Sounds so good. I don't know if I can get through the day without something. Just a minute. Just give me 10 minutes. But I thought, okay, how can I take a nap and not feel guilty about it? Well, I thought I could help you get settled down and comfy and cozy and do a few things, some rambles, and maybe some gentle singing, like a lullaby type thing, and kind of help you settle down as well. We'll see how it goes. I'll listen back. I'm on my cell phone, so the audio quality is what it is, but I actually really like those recordings sometimes. They feel really authentic, like I'm on the phone with you. So that's what we're doing today. I'm in a hammock. I know, how unusual. I'm in my hammock. I actually have a hammock that I have hooked up in my bedroom. Not as the bed, that I have a bed too, but I have a hammock set up so that I can... Sometimes I have trouble sleeping, and so maybe it's just because I'm too hot. I get too hot when I'm asleep, and so then I'll get into a hammock, and it's much better airflow in a hammock, as you can imagine. But also the rocking motion is really relaxing, and it can just kind of help you drift off if you're really struggling with insomnia or nerves. So I decided to take a hot minute and enjoy my hammock and focus on you and helping you quiet everything down to go to sleep. So you can imagine that, you've called me up and I'm on the phone with you, and I'm helping you fall off to sleep. I'll just kind of ramble a little bit. Well, if you hear this noise, that's me shoving off from the wall so that my hammock can keep rocking. But yeah, so let's start off with some questions. I'm doing some breathing, it seems like. How was your day today? Was it okay? Did you have anything happen that was particularly unusual or interesting? My day was fairly productive. I helped my dad move some things, take a truckload of debris to the landfill, and then we had lunch while we were out, so that was nice. What did I get? I got a salad. Don't worry, that's not all. I got a little side salad because I wasn't feeling french fries today. I love french fries. Crinkle fries, if they're hot. Especially if you have ketchup and ranch. That's a combo for them. But I wasn't feeling fries today. I think I was so tired. I'm just so tired today. I was overheated. So I just had a salad, and then I got a mushroom burger. Like, it had mushrooms on it, not that it was made out of mushrooms. Though I think that would be delicious. I've had a mushroom cap burger before. I've made them, actually. They're so good. If you like mushrooms, that is. Like, it was portobello mushroom cap, so it was kind of bigger, so you can make a sandwich out of it. That's really yummy. You make like an aioli, a garlic aioli to go on it. A really easy garlic aioli, like not like hard. Or like just a mayonnaise. You can just do a mayonnaise with garlic in it, and that'll get you most of the way there. And then you put these little, what are they called? They're like a pepper relish. But they're like spicy, I think. It's not like the sweet pepper relish, it's like a different kind. And that's really good with it. And I think you put mozzarella, fresh mozzarella, like that comes in like the big balls or like the long logs. And you slice that, and then you put that on the sandwich, and you broil the buns with some olive oil so the inside's crunchy. And you assemble that as a sandwich. You've broiled the mushrooms with garlic and oil. That's a really good burger. Or a sandwich, whatever you want to call it. I didn't have that today. I had just a regular burger with mushrooms on it. Yeah. But I was in the car and driving back from doing these things, and I'm so fatigued. I think summer's just having its way with me. I think I'm done. Turn me over, I'm done cooking. I'm ready for fall. I'm so ready for fall. But yeah, I was goofing around in the car, and does anyone ever do this? Sing to songs, but you don't know the words. So you make up words, like not even real words, like imaginary words that are like a combination of languages that you know or have heard, or languages you don't know because you're making them up as you go along. I do that. And I was doing that in the car, and I just thought, hey, maybe I should do, maybe not that today, but I'll do that for another audio. But we'll start with maybe just doing some gentle humming and singing. I don't have any words with me right now, so I'd have to open them up on my phone, but I can do that. Are you feeling more relaxed? Is this helping? Is this letting some of the stress out of your day? It's helping me. So, selfishly, I will enjoy it. I feel so much better. I got out of my working clothes, clothes used for like handling dirty, grimy jobs. And I'm in a comfortable cotton dress. It's purple. No surprise. I like purple. I don't actually have a lot of purple, really. But I have a few things, and they're very, very purple. I mostly wear black because I find it very versatile. It just goes with everything, and if you have to dress it up, you can. Or if you have to dress it down, you can. And it just takes a lot of the stress out of things. So a lot of my basic pieces in my wardrobe are black. And then I add other colors to kind of like, pep them up. But those are usually the accent pieces. I actually think my wardrobe's pretty colorful right now. It used to be all black, almost entirely. And then the funny thing is, I wasn't even dressing in a, gothic attire. It just happened to all be black. It was sort of like I was going to the business center, the workplace, the office, I don't know, all the time. but it wasn't necessarily like suits and stuff. It was just all black. So it was like I was in perpetual mourning, like they would have done in like Victorian era, where you have to wear black all the time. It just was my regular clothing. I get kind of confused when I'm talking and rambling. If you haven't noticed, I'll like lose track of what I'm saying. I have terrible short-term memory. It's so bad. I have to write things down all the time if I have a good idea, because they happen occasionally. I might have a good idea, or I won't even know if it's a good idea if I forget I had it. So I have to write it down, and then I can look back at it later and decide, is this actually a good idea, or is this just like the ravings of a lunatic? Sometimes it's the latter, but occasionally it's the former. I hope this is recording well. I think my voice is getting a little scratchy because I am not used to talking this loudly, so let's soften it up a little bit. Do a little bit more whisper. I'll try that and see how that goes. But yeah, I'm wearing purple. It's nice. It's super comfy and flowy. I love a flowy dress. I know some of my listeners are maybe not into dresses, and that's fine. But tell me you don't love a comfy cotton in the summer when you're hot and the air's blowing on it and it's just cool and crisp and like touching your skin, but like it's not sweaty. Oh, it is nice. I enjoy that. So I'll probably have to pick out some songs. I think I will. Oh, my stomach's making some noises too. I'd let you hear it, but it might freak you out. Do you ever you're just laying there and suddenly your stomach's like having a full conversation without you? And you're like, dude, chill. Like, calm down. And it just keeps going. And it's not like you're hungry or anything. It's just like, derp, derp, derp. That wasn't my stomach. That was me trying to sound like a stomach. I don't think that's what it actually sounds like. That sounded like a little dude. Like a little guy. Oh, I needed to be able to lay down, stretch everything out. And this rocking of this hammock, oh, it's so good. It's just going back and forth and back and forth. Back and forth, and you feel kind of weightless because you are up in the air, and so that's kind of like a weightless feeling, but also you feel very aware of your body because you're in this thing that everywhere you touch, everywhere you make contact with the fabric, it pushes back on you like equally. So you are also very aware of the shape your body is making in the hammock, but not in a bad way. I'm trying to describe it in a way that makes sense. I 100% recommend getting a hammock, and if you don't have a place to put it outside, hang it inside. I set mine up so that it's the kind that you like attach. I want to call them like lanyards, but like clips too. Metal ones, really, really, really heavy duty metal ones. And then I attached hardware to the studs in my bedroom at the right height and everything. I had to like figure this out. It was a little bit mathematical, but I looked up like a tutorial and just kind of winged it from there. And to get it the height that worked for me and my weight and like the length once I'm like, stretched out. And yeah, so I definitely recommend hooking one up in your bedroom to enjoy, especially. So I have a bedroom that's like on the top floor, and so it really feels like I'm up in my like tree house. Like when I was a kid and I really wanted a tree house, and I thought, well, I'd have a hammock. That would be for certain. I used to pretend that I lived in a treehouse because my bedroom, I designed it to look like in the jungle. Like, I don't know how else to say it. It was just kind of like jungle themed. And so, yeah, I would pretend I was in a tree house, and it was so cool because my floor was wood, like you could see the wood boards, and it kind of helped give the illusion. But I would have been so excited to have a tree house. And when I was a little girl in this room, like when I was my youngest version in this room, because I was there for years as I grew up, but when I was about 8, I think, we had like an old baby bassinet in there, like old. Okay, maybe not that old. I think it was from like the 60s, maybe, or 70s. Maybe it wasn't even that old. Maybe it just seemed old to me. It was designed in a way that was very classic, like old looking, like not modern looking. Like it had like wood wicker around the base of it and everything. And I would put my stuffed animals in it like it was like a little hammock for them. I'd like put fabric, attach it to the edges in a way that it created a little hammock on the inside, and then I'd add this monkey, this stuffed, like a toy monkey, and she'd sleep on that, and I'd pretend like that was where she slept. It was a little hammock. I'm sorry, is this too rambly for you? It's really rambly, but this is just I'm just letting my brain kind of go. So when I thought I would love to have a hammock in my life, and I'm an adult now, I can have a hammock if I want one, but I'm not a huge outdoorsy person. I mean, I like the outdoors within reason, but it's usually like a luxurious type visit to the outdoors, like yard games, or a party outside, or a fire around a fire pit, that kind of thing. I'm not necessarily hiking through the woods or anything like that, though I would like to go canoeing again. I haven't gone canoeing in a long time. I think I liked canoeing. I used to go tubing, like where you get a tube and you'll hook up all your tubes on the water and you go down the river. I did like that. That was fine, but I'd always get sunburned. I feel like if I was in a canoe, I could better reapply my sunblock and be better prepared, because you're not in like a swimsuit. Like, it's hard to cover everything up with sunblock. I'm a pale person. When I draw my avatar, it doesn't exactly look like me, but there are definite similarities, and that avatar being so pale is not that far of an exaggeration. Where was I going with this? Let me readjust my head. I've got this little like greenish, it's like a seafoam green pillow that is almost useless for any other purpose except for propping my head while I'm in my hammock so that I'm not curving my neck really weird. And it works perfectly for that, but for everything else it's just too tiny. Are you feeling calmer? I hope this is helping. Let's see. I should probably pick a song to sing. I'll have to look up some lyrics though, because my brain feels fried. Oh, I wonder if I could whisper sing some of Cold Rain's songs. I love Cold Rain songs. I don't know why, I just love them. I mean, not the yelly parts. I wouldn't be doing that right now. That's not very soothing. But I think their lyrics are good, and I like their melodies. Let's look that up. Are we still recording? I hope so. Yeah, we are. Okay. So we're still recording. Let's look up. Let's pop this in. Okay, this song I really like. Let's find the lyrics. I just want the lyrics. I guess I didn't look it up very well. Here we go. Alright, let's try to whisper sing this. I'm sorry, this is really bad. I don't have a very good voice to begin with. When I have to try to whisper sing, I feel like it's gonna be awful. Alright, wait. Alright, we gotta get the hammock in motion for this. Save the pain for another day. Say you understand, swear to look away. Don't you dare go asking any questions. What you feel isn't real. Dry your tears, learn to pretend. Never take a stand, bow and comprehend. Don't you dare go asking any questions. The less you think, the more you win. The less you give, the more you get. Alright, let's redo that. Okay. Save the pain for another day. Say you understand, swear to look away. Don't you dare go asking any questions. What you feel isn't real. Dry your tears, learn to pretend. Never take a stand, bow and comprehend. Don't you dare go asking any questions. The less you think, the more you win. The less you give, the more you get. Bloody power, fame. Bloody power, fame. It's all out of control, out of control. Nothing save us anymore. Standing at the gates of hell, still wanting more, more, more. Bloody power and fame. Locked out of heaven, sins unforgiven, because we're only painting of what's been done. And every time we look away, the more and more we die each day. Bloody power, fame. Bloody power, fame. It's all out of control, out of control. Nothing will save us anymore. Standing at the gates of hell, still wanting more, more, more. Bloody power and fame. All we want is bloody power and fame. On the edge, overboard, we'll descend evermore. At the end of it all, will we see what we've become? On the edge, overboard, we'll descend evermore. At the end of it all, will we see what we've become? Falling pieces, spending days just to pick them up, knowing deep within we can't go on like this. Out of control, out of control. Nothing will save us anymore. Standing at the gates of hell, still wanting more, more, more. Bloody power and fame. All we want is bloody power and fame. All we want is bloody power and fame. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, that was that song. I don't know how this turned out because I can't listen to it. I don't know if I can sing another one, like with all the parts being okay. Let's take a second. Stretch. There we go. Oh, that's better. I feel way better. Way more relaxed. I think while I'm at it, while we're in this chat, I'll do a little, not an update, but a discussion of what I want this channel to be for you and what I want Patreon to be. So the way I see it is I need an outlet, right? I need an outlet for all of these interests of mine. I'm a very creative person, not in the sense, oh, everything I do is awesome. No, I mean, like, I have to be creating to be happy with myself and to get all that nervous creative energy out. And so this channel on YouTube allows me to always have an outlet, and one that feels very structured and lets me explore different aspects of myself and different creative thoughts. I do other things too, but this is a pretty well-rounded way to explore that facet of my life. And I really enjoy doing it. Sometimes it's work, like sometimes it's a lot of work. But I feel really happy when I finish doing even the parts that I'm not as excited about doing. And I feel like that's a good sign. But what I want it to be for you all is, for the YouTube portion, I want it to be a place where you can just stop in and have a voice that maybe makes you feel calmer or gets you thinking of something else, something better, whatever that may be. I mean, depending on what I'm targeting in my audios, whether it's, anxiety relief, or it's a pep talk, or it's just a casual conversation between two people, or if it's romantic, imagery, spicy imagery, whatever it is. I'm wanting to take your mind off of the less fun stuff that's bogging you down. And I want it to be a place that's always fun and is always pushing the creative, not envelope, but pushing the line to try to be more creative, more interesting. I probably will go slowly with trying too many things that are different, just because right now I'm still not getting enough views. I'm hoping that changes. I just don't know how to change it. It's something I'm doing wrong, I'm sure, because those of you who have listened, a very high percentage subscribe and even take the time to like the video, which is amazing. But I'm just not getting enough views to make those numbers climb very quickly. So I'm very appreciative of all of you who've taken the time to do that for me. It makes me feel so good when I see of a new subscriber, or someone's liked something I've done, because I need feedback. I'm one of those people. I really need feedback, or I have no idea if it's good at all. So yeah, I'm trying to get views up. So if you hear this video and you happen to know anything about how the algorithm works on YouTube, do share it, because I am technologically challenged. And I already feel pretty proud of myself for doing all the things that I am doing. But I can learn more. So yeah. So YouTube will be a place of just, let's have fun. Let's explore some topics. Let's have a regular chit chat or update or something. Touch base every week as regularly as physically possible. I would potentially like to increase my uploads to 2 a week, but right now I also want to focus on it being sustainable, because this isn't my job. I have to make money elsewhere in order to keep on trucking and keep on making videos. So I have to kind of be practical about sustainability and not reaching burnout. So I've learned from other YouTubers, you gotta plan accordingly. Right now I'm edging towards, let's see, I don't know what I've released recently. And of course, this is going to be a little out of order with other chats that I've recorded, because it takes me a little bit of time to process them. But I think the pattern now is every other week I have a segment of a role play released, and every other week I have, 1 week, week A, so to speak, will be a chat or an extra type video, something that's me usually talking directly to you as a creator, not as a character. So I'll be doing readings, I'll do chit chat, singing if that ends up being something anyone likes, especially if you happen to like the more soft singing, like for helping to fall asleep. I can do that. My mom used to sing to me, and that was always a really lovely way to fall asleep. I also got read to a lot, so I might do some reading, because I think that can help you disconnect from the things you're worried about. So that's how I'm kind of planning to do. And then on Patreon, obviously you're going to get early access to all of those posts that I would be making on YouTube. And then in addition to that, depending on the tier that you're in, the lower tier is, I think I have it at like $5 a month, and you'll get, of course, the early access, but then any safe for work extras that I release. So again, these can be direct chit chat with me, talking to you. It could be singing, it could be readings, it could be just other role play pieces that I'm working on or messing around with that are considered safe for work that I would post on YouTube, but I'm saving them specifically for Patreon. And then on the upper tier, you will have access to all of that I previously listed, plus you will get access to the not safe for work spicy content, which I'm not gonna lie, I love writing that stuff and acting it, and hopefully that shows in the quality. I try to put a lot of work into it, and I don't half-ass it, It gets just as much attention as the standard portions of the role plays. And I'm excited to explore all of that. That's a lot of fun writing and acting. And they are lengthy. These are not short extras. I think at this time, the shortest one I've produced was just an additional clip that you would be included. So it was added to in the middle of another role play, because I had to take it out because I felt like it was just a little too sexual to be put on YouTube. And that one was still a few minutes, and that was just a short component. But the actual not safe for work conclusions to role plays, which some of them have more than one, at this point I will be producing the roleplay number 2 has actually 2 not safe for work portions, and they're at least 20 minutes each, I think. So I don't mess around. So if you wanna hear those, you definitely want to go and become a patron. And if that's the way it can move towards becoming more sustainable for me financially, then I will be able to keep producing. But for right now, I'm happy to be growing my channel and having these lovely chats and relaxing and writing and acting and doing all the things and working on my art. I know my art is probably the weakest link. Hopefully it's the weakest link, because I think it is. But it has been really fun to be working on that again and kind of developing style, because honestly, I've never really had an art style. I've only ever drawn realistically, and it's been very, okay, this is what it looks like in real life. This is what it's going to look like on the page, right? I've never done stylized drawing, so it's been fun kind of figuring out how much of that I want to factor in. So hopefully those art pieces are, they're fun to see, because I made them. This was not AI, as you can probably tell. Oh dear. Anyway, this was a long ramble to help you calm yourself down for sleep and for me to relax. I may fall asleep myself, and maybe we'll end with a little bit of restful breathing in your ear, because that can help me take that extra leap and get cozy and sleepy. So I will sign off early, and then we will just breathe together. And however which way you imagine that being. So, it was lovely chatting with you. Let me get comfortable in my cocoon. My floating cocoon. It really is like a cocoon, actually, if you've ever seen a chrysalis. Okay, there we go. Rocking now. Thank you for listening to me ramble on. And hopefully we will chat again. And that after this, you're able to